Hello, you are watching my YouTube channel. I am your host, Kamran Arshad. Today, I have invited a guest in this vlog, and I am going to discuss her life, her visions, her goals, and most importantly, her field. Hi, and welcome. We are delighted to have Arfa Alvi here today with us. Miss Arfa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Kamran, for having me here.
Okay, but to start this interview properly, could you please tell us what inspired you to pursue a career as development manager and HR consultant, and definitely perhaps share a bit about your journey, which helps you leading up to your current role?
Basically, as my designation already meant, just proving that I'm working as in a learning and development is most importantly because I work toward the developing people.
Hmm.
And the most interesting part of my role that whenever I initiate something to develop people, I'm actually developing myself with that. Like, and also learn whenever I take some initiative and whenever I even conducting the session with the team. And then after that, I definitely come out with the good results and the learning, new learning. And that's why I opt learning and development because it's just not about that I learned and then I developed. It's something that when I develop people, I'm also developing myself at the same time.
Hmm.
That's why I just opt the learning and development, and it's also the something that it's also allow me to communicate with the people from the different departments, from the different backgrounds, and it's also enhance the knowledge, and it's also motivated me to doing the continued work and to achieve something different in my own field.
That's
Yeah.
really great because your objective of the job is to meet the people, to engage them, to talk to them. So if I ask you,
Yeah.
how many people help you to grow your communication skills?
I think so. Everyone who even the being the part of my life, either it's the employees of my my current company, or whether it's the employees from my previous company, either it's my even my other circle, the friend circle as well. Everyone just help me to communicate better, help me out to being a different person as I am today. Because obviously it's something the continuity process, and I mostly prefer to be to learn continue. That's why then you achieve something, and the people around you working with you, it's always like they always be being a very important part in your life. Because when I communicate with you, and when we both are communicating on something, and after the conversation we will definitely will have something different to learn, and we will have a different topic to understand. And then after the conversation I will just like, okay, I learned something from Kamran today. Then you said, okay, I learned something from Arfa today. And same whenever I conduct in a session, whenever I had a conversation with my employees, with my team, I always learn something the different when, because everyone have a different experience, and those experience always help each other. Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Actually, when we talk to people, they are from different backgrounds, they are from different fields. But the most important thing which I notice in your personality that you have a learning attitude. If someone have a learning attitude, then he or she can learn from the people. But there is a domination war in this society that I have to dominate over the people. So they have to listen me because when I am talking, so they have to learn from me. We do not have that attitude that I have to learn from Alpha or anyone else. So this is your learning attitude, which helps you that you are very younger and you have an authority. You have an authority. You are actually at the position where you can meet the people or make some bold decision for the company.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
Basically, yeah.
yes, go ahead.
Sorry. Okay. So basically, I think so, Kamran. I don't think so that I know everything, and even in my own position, I usually just work around the other organizations as well, though how they are just taking forward their learning and development department. I used to have a conversation with the other HR people from the different organizations. in just order to know that what the new thing I can bring up in my own organization.
Hmm.
And I that's why I always love to interact with the people, because I know whenever I after the interaction I definitely have something different to know and to work on. So that's why I think so everyone should follow that.
Hmm.
You must have to be down to earth.
Where are you working nowadays, and what is your core responsibility in the company?
I'm working with the Strawman Group since 2022 till now, and my current responsibility is mainly related with the learning and development side.
Hmm.
And the responsibility that I am working on is mainly to conduct sessions
Hmm.
to analysis the gap between the employees' performances,
Hmm.
and to identify that the where the training is needed right now. And then on the behalf of the needing TNA, I used to plan the training for whole organization. And the most important, the loving part of my this position is that I'm also conducting the culture based training. And you know that cultures matter a lot when you are working in the private organization, the corporate world. Culture definitely play a very important role in someone's life. So that's why when I used to communicate those the uh, good culture perspective within the people
Hmm.
uh, through my sessions, so it always makes me feel very you can say the positive, and also help me to think above the line,
Hmm.
and also help me to convince people that through the positive attitude, through the good culture, they can achieve more.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You are actually boasting the people that you have these kind of skills. These are the cultures. So these are the belt. This is actually the belt. We have to follow that. It's not an easy thing to convince the people. Didn't you feel?
Basically, uh, it is not that I'm convincing them, and this is not something, also not something that I told them that, okay, this is something that you have to follow. You know, we can't force someone to do right
Yeah.
stuff.
This is actually my
We
point.
can,
What
we can just,
I was asking from
yeah,
you.
we can just share that, okay, fine, these are the protocols of this organization. And usually in my sessions, my session content is just not only all about that, okay, these are the policies and these are the culture protocols that you have to follow. Just like, okay, we have a two ways.
Hmm.
One way, we have to cooperate with each other, we have to support everyone,
Hmm.
we must have to be a good listener. And
Hmm.
the other side is that you must have to like, you can show the no attitude, like I, as you said, that I know everything, I don't need anyone's help.
Hmm.
So now the person depends now which part they want to choose.
Hmm.
They want to be the person who be the helper. We want to be the person who just reacted that I know everything, I don't need anyone,
Hmm.
and I don't want to collaborate with anyone. So I always given them options. Okay, these are the two options. So which one you want to choose? So usually people definitely opt the positive side, and they want to go like, no, we love to cooperate, we love to help people, and we also appreciate other people. But you know, um, this is all about the individual personalities. Sometimes you in this during the session, they behaving like, okay, yes, we will follow your instruction, and definitely we will support your arguments. And when they go back onto the seat, and then some other day you heard that, okay, that person, they fight with each other, or they passed a comment on someone which is very inappropriate according to organization policy. And that point I actually realized that, okay, fine, alpha, it's a continuously process.
Hmm.
You have to do the continuity, you have to conduct the sessions back to back, and one day the percentage will be reversed. Maybe
Hmm.
uh, right now today 20% people are following my sessions, and
Hmm.
in future it will be 20 to 40 and 40 to 60. But
Hmm.
definitely one day it will, but definitely one day change will be happen. So we always work in that row. And
Hmm.
it's not easy to work with a different mindset. It's
Do
not
you enjoy
easy.
your work?
But I am, yeah, basically I love conducting sessions, so yeah.
That's great. Okay, let's move on. Arfa, what do you think are some of the most significant challenges that women face in the workplace, and how have you personally experienced them?
Kamran, it's very tough for the females to work in Pakistani industries first.
Hmm.
The reason behind it, because usually our male dominating society, they think that
We have a
females are
Maulvi
not
as
for
well.
work. Yeah, they think that the females are not for work. Why they are coming to the offices? They must have to be go to home and then do the house chores. So they don't
Hmm.
need to work.
Hmm.
And the females are not born for the work. And
Hmm.
Islam is also not allow females to work. You know, the different perspective come on when you come out from your home and when you starting you're doing a job.
Hmm.
When I started my first job, I was the only female in the department, and I was the only female they hired just because of they want to change the environment,
Hmm.
and because they have a mainly male dominating people, so they really want to change the environment. That's why they hired the female. So when
Hmm.
I observed that, when I joined our organization, when I observed that, it's like, okay, so the males are quite dominating, and they are not considering and they are not adjusting with the female,
Hmm.
because they are not considering the females as competitor as the thing they are.
They don't even
So
like females who drive car on the road as well.
yeah, basically they, yeah. And when you definitely will hear it, when, because it's also whenever I'm with someone and just they're driving and someone just hit a car, it's like, okay, definitely it should be a female. The person, the car in the front of the in the car who just hit his back, it must be a female, it can't be a male. So
Yeah.
then I asked her, why you always consider the females as bad, like why you think that females are a bad driver? So
Hmm.
it's like, because females are, they don't know how to drive, why they're driving, why they are on roads, they should be at home. If they really want to go somewhere, they should be take the autos and the in drive, why they are using the cars.
Hmm.
So these are the mindset, and sometimes it's demotivate you
Hmm.
being a female,
Hmm.
that society are not accepting you. But if you
They
really
try to
want to
pretend that
being
they
a
are
change,
very
you must
special and you are not.
be. Yeah, and it's also happened the corporate world, no? Like when you're talking about the promotions, they don't consider you. They don't
Hmm.
consider you as the leader. They think
Yeah.
that the females can't born as a leader.
Yeah.
Males are born for the leaders. So
Yes. But you have to prove yourself that you have that ability and you have done that. I'm not talking about you, I'm
yeah,
talking about the females. If I remember the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Benazir Bhutto, she had the same challenges when she indulged in
yeah.
politics. Why female cannot be a Prime Minister of Pakistan? So we have to demolish the wall that change has happened. And there is definitely a space of change.
Basically, like our current prime minister, no, our current president,
Chief
Mariam,
Minister. Chief Minister.
chief minister. Okay,
Yes.
so our current chief minister is Mariam, and she's also a female.
And she's doing
But
a great job. I don't belong to
rather than
her party, but she is doing a great job, I must say.
I'm not agree. I'm not agreeing because I'm not the female supporter. So maybe, but the thing is, if on the behalf of the female, that why we don't need to given the opportunity to the female. I totally against that. I think the females are equally important in one organization as male, because they both are contributing in so many different ways. So that's why I always be a female supporter. So
Hmm.
that's why I usually disagree with the other arguments.
Alpha, how do you balance your professional and personal responsibilities, and what support systems do you have in place to help you manage these demands?
Basically, if I am be very transparent in that question,
Hmm.
because I am a single, and I think so for the single women it's very not tough to manage their job and their houses,
Hmm.
because as much don't have the responsibility. But obviously, a female who is married, I think so can answer this question more properly. If I talking about the my professional life, yes, I do enjoy my personal stuff as well. My company given me the very flexible environment, and whenever I need, I want to take off. They allow me to take off whenever I have some other personal stuff. I wherever I want to go with my family, with my friends. I very openly told my manager that I want to go there and I need it off. So for me, it's very easy to manage. I think so with Strawman.
But I have a
And
difficult
but
question for you right now because you have told us that you are a single, but you have another
yeah,
challenge, right? A lot of people try to engage you, a lot of people try to approach you. So how do you deal with them?
I think so. In
Hmm.
professional life and personal life is totally different. So I don't think so that I allow someone to interact with me in that case or in
That's
that
great.
way that they
That's
want
great.
to
You have
be
maintained your boundaries
like,
and limitations, and you
yeah,
follow
definitely.
that.
I
When you
have some
follow that,
limits.
definitely no one will be able to cross that boundary.
Yeah, and if someone just try to cross it, I definitely have a power to stop them that point. I'm not interested in that because I think so. Professional life, when I come to the office, I come for the work, office work only, not for nothing else, anything else. So that's why I don't think so. In my professional life, anyone having any opportunity such like that, they approach me for other thing. And yeah, if they approach me for work, I am more than welcome, but for the other stuff I'm not available.
But this is the core problem for the female, for the working female or a girl in Pakistan. They are suffering from that problem, like
Yeah,
harassment
it's also
issues and
called
all
the
that.
harassment as well.
Yeah.
It's also called the harassment as well. Like if someone approach you, they basically basically I'm not against that if someone proposed you and
But
you
another
just say
thing,
okay, no, I'm
we are
not
not
interested.
talking about the proposal. Someone
But
can like you, someone can propose you for a marriage ceremony and all that, you know. Uh,
yeah,
but the point is that if someone comes to you and asks you, I need your number because I want to make you a friendship, I please be my
yeah,
friend. I have something to discuss with you. This is not the right thing to do the things. But the point is that when female doesn't have the ability to give him a shut up call, then it will happen again.
yeah. I think so the only stuff to go and straight away say no to on their faces.
Because
So
they
okay,
have a
that fine,
fear,
I'm not.
Alpha, they have a fear. They have a fear that they have
Okay,
to lose that job if they raise the voice, so they can lose the job. Can you hear me?
yeah. So we used to call this power harassment as well. Like if their manager is trying to harass you,
Hmm.
and if he wants something that okay, you have to come out with me on coffee, and he was like, no, sir, I'm not interested. And then on in return, it was like, okay, I am not going to promote you. I'm not going to give you the increment. So
Hmm.
these are the categories of the power harassment. But
Hmm.
I think so females are must be capable to say no on someone faces,
Hmm.
because this is not a good way to get the increments or the promotion. If they are not giving you increment promotion, if there's something in your luck, you will get it in any way. But
Hmm.
you don't need to do and you don't need to sacrifice your self-respect just because of all this stuff.
Hmm.
And if you really feel unsafe, and usually companies have a harassment policies,
Have you
and some
personally
companies
seen
are
or heard such cases?
sorry.
Have you personally seen or heard some cases like this?
Basically in HR,
Hmm.
there are some people like whenever we have some like the complaint from the production side, we hear that our manager is just trying to pressurize me and is doing to this. But somehow some cases are also very neutral. Sometimes females are wrong and sometimes males are wrong. But I till now I didn't saw any very dangerous case, because
Hmm.
I'm the part of the HR department, and I'm HR department mainly responsible for the policies and for the culture. So
Hmm.
basically, I always try to do to protect the females in the organization. So that's why in my whole the 5 years journey, I didn't saw any such serious cases. But there are some mini cases as well. Like there's some cases on very niche level, Sometimes females think that their managers try to harass them. Sometimes managers think that they are trying to um, they're complaining and they're trying to say that because we are a female we can do anything. So sometimes it's both sided, sometimes it's one sided. But after investigation, we used to come in that point. Okay, just no very normal thing that we can do it in the owner one conversation on a table. So, but not the kind of serious cases I faced. And it's also come on one thing. The one thing is females usually avoid to report such cases as well in the organization because they think that if I report it, so it will definitely attack on my respect as well. Because if manager not going to agree with any other person, if maybe your co-employee not accept that he is harassing you, so you're by proving the fact, maybe your self-respect will going to be hurt, and people going to be pointing out to you, okay, this is a girl who just launched a complaint about the harassment and nobody even listen her. So that's why female usually avoid that.
mm.
And nowadays one more thing happening, like boys are used to comment very openly
Yeah.
on the floors, and the females used to avoid to, okay, like they think that they just showing that we didn't listen that what he said. So
Mm,
females are very, sometimes they stop themselves by complaining such issues,
mm.
because being a HR we always want to be a written application,
But they have to
or
raise their voice.
they have
It's
to
my
raise their voice.
opinion.
But
Actually, when they try to be silent, so they think that she agree.
self-awareness and the
Mm,
uh, self-awareness is very important. And other than that, if you don't able to take the decision on for yourself, and if you can't stand up for yourself,
mm,
so the society will definitely damage you on some points. आज आप
mm,
अपने लिए खड़े नहीं हो रहे हो, then you will definitely face some other issues. And
mm,
how long company will protect you from such people?
mm,
So definitely I will see some kind of people other than outside the organization as well. When we used
mm,
to go to the banks, we used to find not a good person over there as well. They're trying to flirt, they're trying to talk on just irrelevant stuff. So in Pakistan we usually prefer to avoid,
mm,
not to be pinpoint those point and to be give that attention to that person.
mm,
So in Pakistan females usually try to avoid.
mm. They don't bother them. And this is
Yeah, they don't bother them.
this is the right answer to him or them who are trying to engage them or trying to harass them. Anyways, Alpha, what do you think are some of the key barriers that prevent women from advancing in their careers? And definitely, how can organizations work to overcome these obstacles?
Yeah, first thing is that you are female, you can't be a leader. The
Hmm.
second thing is, if we promoted you as a leader, so you will definitely get married and you will have a kids. So how you will manage your job and work, the home life? So, and the third thing is that the thing that because she is a female, she has a lots of problem. She has a traveling problem issue. She has the family issues, and she will not able to manage the work pressure.
Hmm.
So on the behalf of that, the company usually avoid to give in the importance and the promotions, and they usually avoid to have a female leaders. And you will definitely observe that we have a very less numbers of female leaders in our corporate world.
Hmm.
Most head of departments or most leaders are male because they want to avoid such stuff. I think so. Organizations should facilitate females as much as they can, so that females can also, because I think so females are also eligible for such roles. Who won't say that female can't be a good leader? Why? Because female have a family, she has a family, and because she has some other the house duties as well, that's why you think that the female can't be a leader.
Hmm.
So basically na, it's all about the mindset. But I observe the lots of organization changing this mindset now. and they are facilitating people females with the different facilities, like the now lots of company providing the daycare facility to the females as well, so they
Exactly.
can bring their children, and the company staff will take care of those children, the daycare. They're providing the females extra, like the less working hour. They provide females the remote work so they can manage the work and the personal life as well. So always, this is not the solution that we cut down the females from the corporate world. Let them provide the facility through this that females can manage their work life and the personal life.
I have also seen some organizations they are working on it.
Yeah, it's
Alpha,
very
what do you do
important.
for fun when you find some time for you only?
Basically, I'm a foodie. I love to go and explore the new restaurants, the new beautiful aesthetic places. So
Hmm.
whenever I have a free time, I used to go out with my friends
Hmm.
and try to explore food places and new restaurants. So this is something that I'm used to do for fun,
And you
and which
like
is I love. Yeah.
do you like movies or songs? Do you spend some time with that stuff?
No, not as much. I don't like to watch as much movies,
Hmm.
but yeah, basically, I just love to explore new places. That's why it's always my first option to go and to explore some new food. So that also, I think so. It makes me happy actually. So that's why I'm
You are a traveler, right? You love traveling and food.
not like in Lahore that in Lahore, how much that you need to travel from go one place to another place. We usually most of restaurants we have in Gulbarg
Hmm.
and maybe in DH. So
Hmm.
once in a week or twice in a week, I used to go and explore the different restaurants, but it's not something that I usually. And for that purpose, I need to travel a lot. Basically, I hate traveling. Whenever I have to travel from Lahore to Islamabad, I can't sit longer in the car. This
Hmm.
always makes me uh, frustrated. So that's why I avoid traveling.
Do you make goals or where do you see yourself after 1 year?
Basically, I want to be a motivational speaker.
Hmm. You have the ability to do that.
And
I
and the
saw
thing
you.
is that I really would like to share my personal life experiences with the other females out there,
Hmm.
because I started my career from zero without anyone's help, and being and obviously in a male dominating environment, it's very tough to hit your first job. So
Hmm.
it that's why I just want to share my experience with the people, and also because I love to read books as well.
Hmm.
And I think so that when you become the motivation speaker, you actually uh, you're teaching other people
Hmm.
through your experiences. So now I'm working as a learning and development manager, but in future definitely want to be on the level when I help people in the different perspective, not the selective one, not stuck to the one organization. I want to work with a different organization in a single time, in one time.
You want to be a
So
motivational speaker, but you're not very social, as I observed. What's the reason?
I am.
You
Why do
are?
you think that I'm not? Yes.
Okay. The
Like
thing I have noticed
why?
that you are not very social. Are not very
In
active
what
on social
context?
media platforms. I don't see your videos or quotations or the people engaging. Might be you are in office. Definitely, it's your job to communicate with the people. But on social media, if you want to be a motivational speaker, so you have to be very social. People should know what you are doing, what's your plans, what you are updating about your profile and all that. So that's why I ask you.
You're talking about the WhatsApp.
Social media platforms, not only specific WhatsApp.
Basically, I am very active on Instagram.
Instagram, all right. Okay, because I don't see you
Yeah.
on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn as well. Very active.
Basically, I don't use Twitter and Facebook as much,
Uh,
but I'm an Instagram user,
hmm,
so I spend a lot of time over there.
hmm,
But Kamal, whenever I plan to be to promoting the content and to be the be the motivation speaker, I definitely will make a page and then upload my some content on over it, and then I will start the work like that.
If you remember,
But I
once I
think,
suggested you have to join radio as an RJ, so it can be the place you can engage the people. If you remember,
yeah,
yeah. So, did you ever think on it?
I think so that I given you the voice recording as well. Then you have to tell me
Yeah.
then when I come,
Okay.
when I will
Yeah.
come for
Yeah.
the
Okay. But you have a
audition.
plan to do
So
that, right?
you didn't came back to me, so
Hmm.
then I
Hmm.
didn't ask.
Hmm. Actually, I recently
Yeah,
joined GNN as podcast anchor, so I have a lot of steps there. So, but we can plan in future, inshallah.
sure,
Arfan, thank you so
inshallah.
much for joining us today. It was really wonderful having you here and learning from your experiences as you told us that what you are doing, what you have done in your life, and what should females do for the society, for the country, and what tools they should use to avoid harassment and other stuff, right? But is there anything else you would like to share with our audience?
No, I think it's just good to go.
Good to go.
Stay connected, stay positive, and just trust yourself and go with the flow.
This
Yeah.
is a good advice. Trust yourself because we have lack. I have also the lack. I don't trust on myself as I expect I should be. Anyway, any message or any suggestion for me?
I think so, Kamran. Last time that we conducted our podcast, that you was doing nothing, and now you are doing the podcast on a news channel. You already achieved one milestone, and now things are you are very closer to your dreams. So just doing the work like this, and you will definitely see in future that you will come out and achieve all your goals that you ever plan in your life. So just keep going, and you're doing already doing a very good job.
Thank you so much, Alpha, for participating in this podcast again. And I would like to say thanks to you that you have made the time for this podcast, and it is going to help for the people and specifically a woman who wants to work in any organizations, who wants to do something new or something big in the life. So this podcast and your techniques can help them to achieve their goals. Thank you so much once again. Have a lovely day.
Inshallah. Thank you so much.
Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.